What's going on? How are we feeling, Padres fans? Because you finally got your guy, right? Xander Bogaerts is officially headed to the San Diego Padres, so we're going to take a look at the contract he just signed, what he's going to bring to the table, and how he's going to impact this Padres team in particular. Welcome to Smarter Baseball, where we take a deeper look at what's really going on throughout Major League Baseball. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the page, and turn on notifications so that you can help the channel grow and you don't miss out on any future videos. So Xander Bogaerts to the Padres on, 11 years. An 11-year contract, $280 million, that's $25.5 million AAV with a 2026 vesting option. But this is going to take him from his age 30 all the way through his age 40 seasons. So far throughout his career, 10 years in the majors, Bogaerts has been a pretty consistently productive hitter, putting up 800 plus OPS seasons the last 5 years straight. 1,264 games, 5,389 plate appearances. Bogaerts has a 292, 356, 458 slash line for an 814 OPS, 156 home runs, a 117 OPS plus, 118 WRC plus, and he's racked up 34.9 B WAR and 34.2 F WAR. The dude has just been productivity out of the shortstop position. Now, what Bogaerts excels at is his ability to make quality contact. A 336 career BABIP is pretty impressive given the fact that that number usually hangs around 300 for your average MLB hitter. And when we look at the advanced power stuff, all of his ISO, exit velo, hard hit percentage, homers per fly ball, they're all above average, even just slightly. So it points to the fact that there is a little bit of pop in that bat. Where Bogaerts is doing himself no favors, though, is the fact that this dude's apparently allergic to hitting the ball in the air. He's primarily a ground ball hitter, and that's gonna just limit any potential power output that you're gonna have because it's not gonna go very far. It's on the freaking ground. I just want you guys to appreciate that very deep insight right there. Like, you get high quality content on this channel. In terms of his approach at the plate, Bogaerts does a pretty good job of limiting his strikeouts, but he doesn't walk a ton, still maintaining a pretty good ratio between the two of those. But it's weird because he doesn't swing a bunch, doesn't whiff, sees quite a few pitches per plate appearance, but it's probably the fact that he has the tendency to chase just a little bit. Yo, Xander, we're not chasing out here, bro. All right, we ain't simps. We let them come to us. Hashtag Sigma Life. And despite being one of these new agey, bigger shortstops, Bogaerts moves pretty good. 81% stolen base rate and 55% extra bases taken are pretty good base running numbers. Now in 2022, Bogaerts in 150 games, 631 plate appearances, / 307, 377, 456 for an 833 OPS, but down to 15 home runs, still putting up a 131 OPS plus, 134 WRC plus, and racking up 5.8 B WAR and 6.1 F WAR. He continues to improve on his hit tool, 362 BABIP this year. That's insanely high, but we still see that fluctuation with the power. The ISO is down, the exit velo, home run percentage, all below average, despite the fact that his hard hit percentage and homers per fly ball are actually both noticeably above average this season. And that's because, once again, and somehow basically even more, he's refusing to hit fly balls. He got the line drive percentage up, which that probably helped with the average and all of that, but the ground ball percentage is even higher than his career average, and he's just gonna be continuing to limit the power output that he probably does have in there by not hitting the ball in the air. Overall, his approach stayed relatively the same. He struck out just a little bit more, but walked a little bit more, still maintaining about the same ratio between the two. But he's still chasing quite a bit, started swinging a little bit more, whiffed a little bit more, just was not quite as patient this year as we've normally seen him. But he was pretty much the same guy on the base paths, 80% stolen base rate, 55% extra bases taken. Like, he's still roughly in the prime of his athletics. He's still gonna be about the same at that. Now, where Bogaerts gets a lot of flack, and God, I can already see the comments coming in, but here we fucking go. Out of 22 qualified shortstops on Fangraphs, his 5 defensive runs saved ranked him 11th. UZR per 150 of 4.7 had him 7th. His outs and runs above average were 10th, and his overall defensive rating of 9.5 had him 8th. I can already feel your hatred. And looking at his Baseball Savant percentile ratings, I mean, again, the power stuff is a bit of a mixed bag. The exit velo and hard hit percentage are not high at all, but the max exit velo is way up there. So there is that power potential in there. It's just how consistently can he bring it out. All of his expecteds are pretty much around the middle, except the batting average. I mean, we know he's tops at that contact. Strikeout percentage, walk percentage, both good, not great. Whiff chase, right about average. Got that little bit of speed to him. His fielding's good. Don't at me. Arm sucks, though, if you want to have that to let the hate flow through you. Now, the real question with this contract is why Bogaerts for the Padres? Why a shortstop? Because now, yes, they're shortstop slash 240, 309, 356, 13 home runs, not a lot of strikeouts, but not a lot of walks, not really any power to speak of, a 93 WRC plus, 14th in Fangraphs WAR. Mostly, they got defense out of this position, so they could use the offensive upgrade, but there is a guy named Fernando fucking Tatis Jr. on your team that's gonna be coming back. Okay, Padres fans, I know. I'm gonna get to it, okay? Let me get it out first. The plan seemed to be anyways that Tatis was gonna come back and play more in the outfield. Whether that was trying to limit him getting injured or how the Padres felt about his defense at shortstop, that already seemed to kind of be the plan. So there was one spot open in the infield, but it didn't seem to be shortstop, it was first base. With trading Eric Hosmer at the deadline last season, ironically to Boston, could we just call this like Hosmer for Bogaerts and say the Padres won? Yay! But Hosmer's gone. Josh Bell, who you brought in at the deadline also in the whole Juan Soto deal that was hopefully going to fill that spot, he's gone in free agency too. You have first base open. Now, Cronenworth can play first, and then you just move Kim over from short to second. That seems to be the plan for this, to clear up that spot for Bogaerts at short. Because then now when Tatis comes back from his suspension, you're basically then left with the choice of, well, you could bump out either Cronenworth or Kim if you want to put him back in the infield, but both of them had a 109 and 105 WRC plus respectively. Or you bump out Azokar from the outfield, who had an 81 WRC plus. That seems like a pretty easy decision, doesn't it? But nobody's paying to hear my opinion, so why don't you tell me, what do you think about this deal? How's it gonna play out for the Padres? How do they handle this whole thing when Tatis comes back? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't really understand yet why people enjoy listening to this, but apparently some of you do. So if you want to help out the channel, like the video, subscribe to the page, turn on notifications, do all of that to help the channel grow, help support me deep diving into all this random baseball bullshit that nobody needs to know anything about. Thanks again for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. Have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. I really feel like there's gonna be some batshit crazy move here in the next like couple days. Comment down below what you think it's gonna be. I have no idea.